सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Lahiri Mahasaya, in one of its teachings, has described in Bengali, লক্ষ্য যদি স্থির হলো মোক্ষ পথে পা পলো. The meaning is, if your goal is clear and steady in your front, remember you are progressing in the path of perfection or realization. The goal in life. It is a very common question that comes in the mind of the seeker. I need this, I need that. For example, you have accepted the path of yoga. What is the goal? Or you have come to this course. What is the purpose? If the goal is not clear, on our journey, in our path, we get distracted or deviated very easily. When says Patanjali, brought this beautiful message of yoga philosophy, yoga practice in our front, he made it very clear from the very beginning. While dividing the Yoga Sutra into 4 sections, the first part of Yoga Sutra is Samadhi Pada. So, the simple understanding, this is the goal. Samadhi is the goal. If goal is clear, then one should know what is the way. I have the goal to go to some place. For example, I want to go to travel to the Himalayas. That is my goal. And it is clear, I want to go. Now I have to see which way I should take. Should I take airway? Should I take railway? Should I take motorway? What is the way? Path. Similarly, in the path of spirituality, when a seeker has a clear goal, my goal is Samadhi, for example, then one will see what is my way. The second book is known as Sadhana Pada. Sadhana is the way. Sadhana means the practice, a specific practice. When one is accepting the path of practice, path of discipline, there might be deviation, distraction, temptation. I should be careful. Suppose I want to go to the Himalayas and I decided I will go in this path. Which path? To make it very shortcut and quicker, I should take airway. And to go in aeroplane, I must have enough preparation, I should have money, I should have purchased the ticket and so on. Then I should know what are the troubles or what are the... I am standing in the, for example, in the airport, I have something in my bag, the security people will say, you can't take it. You have to take it out. Why? You cannot carry it into the aeroplane. There is a rule. Or what happens on the way when I'm going, because aeroplane may not go to the Himalayan peaks. It stopped, for example, in Delhi or in Missouri. Then I thought, oh, who is going there? I can stop here. Third book, or the third section is known as Vibhuti. Vibhuti means yogic attainment, yogic siddhis, some special quality you might develop through practice of meditation, and to stop there. No. The ultimate goal, again, is Kaivalya. Kaivalya means the ultimate goal. While discussing about Samadhi in the beginning, some yogis, those who have written commentary, they have said, some said Samadhi is taken as the goal, some say no. Samadhi is taken as a path of discipline, according to some interpreters. We have discussed before, the sutras are short sentences. It may not be easily understandable. If it is not easily understandable, then how to know what is the real purpose behind? Suppose the first sutra we have started discussing, Atha Yoganusasanam, only by taking the dictionary meaning one should understand, or there is a process to understand it, to go deep into it. Because many people, without proper way of understanding, they try to explain also. Remember, it is misleading. In the path of spirituality, there is a tradition of teaching. It is known as parampara. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, the Lord is telling, Evam parampara prapta. In the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is telling how the teachings of yoga is communicated from one to the other. He said, Evam parampara prapta. In this way, through the tradition of teacher and student, and in a special disciplined way, it is being communicated, or this knowledge is received, or the technique is received. Evam parampara prapta. This parampara, it is a beautiful Sanskrit word. Param, para, iti parampara. Next. For example, we are practicing Kriya Yoga. You will ask, or somebody will ask, who is your teacher? You will say, this person is my teacher. He taught me. Who is his teacher? This person is his teacher. Who is his teacher? This person is his teacher. Who is his teacher? Param. Next. There is a tradition, there is a lineage. Remember, in modern times, there are many systems of yoga people teach, many types of yoga people teach. And as it is a commercial age, be very careful. In commercial age, there is good market in spirituality. Don't take it as a criticism, just to understand. In this market of spirituality, everybody wants to tell that my product is good, my product is better than others. And you will be surprised to know, after a few months or some new yoga is coming up. Who is creating it? Is it from a teacher-student relationship, a tradition which has been practiced, has been followed for hundreds or thousands of years, or it is just somebody creating some mind in, I will do this, I will teach in this name, old wine in new bottle, or some new thing in new bottle? To be very careful. So there is a need for a lineage. So here what happens, when we are going to study Yoga Sutra, for example, I told you few meanings of author. From where did I get it? You will say from dictionary. The answer is no. Then how? Or from where? For every sutra, there is a bhashya. Bhashya means in English, there are some people, they are writing as scholium or commentary. Who writes the bhashya? Again, sutra is written in Sanskrit, and the bhashyas are also written in Sanskrit. For example, says Vyasadeva wrote which sutra? Brahma Sutra. The aphorism on the absolute. And he was contemplating who can really make a commentary on it. It has been described that Vyasadeva appeared near Adi Shankara and told him, "You are the befitting person to write a commentary on my sutra." There is Shankara Bhashya, Sutra of Vyasadeva has been commented or explained by Adi Shankara elaborately. So it is the Bhashya of Brahma Sutra. Now we are going to study Yoga Sutra. We have discussed before, if you remember, says Vyasadeva wrote commentary on Yoga Sutra. So there is Vyasa Bhashya. Sometimes even Bhashya is not easily understandable. Sometimes there is a question. After Vyasadeva, there are Tikas and Vartikas. In the tradition of studying the scripture, this continues. How it continues? It continues from the sutra to bhashya, commentary. After commentary, some later on teachers, they wrote some notes or gloss, G-L-O-S-S, gloss. They wrote some note or gloss. Again, it is short commentaries. It is known as tika or vritti or vartika. There are different names. I'll give you another example. The Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is a very small book. I told you it is not such a big book. One can chant the entire Gita in a couple of hours, 2.5 hours. One can read the beginning to the end. Adi Shankara wrote the commentary on the Gita. After Adi Shankara, following his footprints, there are tikas. Anandagiri tika. Anandagiri, his disciple, gave some notes, further notes on the commentary of Adi Shankara. Similarly, in Yoga Sutra, we will continue our discussion based on 3 beautiful scriptures or text. One is Bhashya, the commentary of Vyasa, known as Vyasa Bhashya. The other one is Tattva Vaisharadi. It is another note on Vyasa Bhashya written by Vachaspati Mishra. These are the names. Vachaspati Mishra Tattva Vaisharadi, written by Vachaspati Mishra. And there is another textbook, Yoga Vartika, written by Vijnana Bhikshu. So our discussion will be based on these three. Yoga Sutra, commented by Vyasadeva, it is known as Vyasabhasya, and Tattva Vaisharadi, written by Vachaspati Mishra. Yoga Vartika, Light on Yoga, written by Vijnana Bhikshu. Now we'll come to the first sutra. Atha yoganusasanam, Atha yoganusasanam, Atha yoganusasanam. This sutra is consisting of three words. Atha yoga anusasanam. Atha yoga anusasanam. We have discussed in the previous class, Atha is God, or Atha is to be in God. Atha is God, Atha is to be in God. In the beginning of any spiritual text, there is a tradition of prayer. There is a tradition of prayer. When we want to begin something, any work, any study, anything we want to begin, it is good to begin with a prayer. Why? The prayer gives us strength. The prayer motivates us, and the prayer also removes difficulties. Because we are going to do something, let all the difficulties be away from me. Suppose you are going to meditate. When you are going to meditate, in the beginning, to remember the gurus, to remember the masters, it is also a prayer, just to think of them. When you remember them, they will be there to take away the troubles in your meditation. So it is a simple practice. Whatever you begin with a prayer. When the Yoga Sutra is being commented, there is also a beautiful prayer written by Sage Vyasadeva. First he said, because each one is beginning with a prayer. Yoga Sutra began with the prayer Atha, and while explaining the Yoga Sutra, Sage Vyasadeva had a prayer. This prayer is beautiful, and this prayer speaks that Sage Patanjali is not an ordinary person, he is an incarnation. The prayer is, just to listen, you can listen to it. Yastyakva rupam adyam prabhavati jagato nekadhano grahaya prakshina klesarasi visama visadharo nekavaktra subhogi sarva jnana prasuti bhujaga parikara pritaye yasya nityam devo hi sa sab bobhyatsita vimalatanu yogado yoga yuktaha. This is the prayer. Who did this prayer? Prayer is by Vyasadeva, and he is praying to whom? He is praying to Sage Patanjali that I pray to you. And here comes, prayer is an expression of love. I am sitting here, I am not going to make one intellectual explanation on your Yoga Sutra. Out of your compassion on humankind, you presented this Yoga Sutra for all of us. we adore you because of you we are able to practice this. Remember, prayer is thanksgiving or gratefulness. In our life, are we really grateful or thankful to others? You will say, yes. In the West, it's a very common practice to say thank you. They say thank you for little thing, they say tell thank you. Is it just out of courtesy or it comes from our heart? Just to think. Even I tell, my mother is giving a glass of water, I am telling thank you. Is it just politeness or good manner, or it comes out of love from my heart that I am grateful, I am thankful? Remember, in our daily life, if we sincerely want to be spiritual, sincerely want to progress in our life, we should be thankful and grateful in every moment. To whom? To everybody. To everybody. Just to think, in the morning you took breakfast. Yes or no? Yes. When we sat down to have our breakfast, we prayed to God. Beautiful. Do you know? The breakfast which is in our front, many people may not have a little breakfast in the morning, but we have. Maybe very simple food, doesn't matter. Many people cannot have, we have. This is number one, to be grateful. Number two, who is serving in your front? Who is cooking for you? Who purchased vegetables or other stuff from the market? Who grew food in the farm? If you think of like this, should we not be grateful? Just we live a mechanical life, we do not have that expression of love. You just think, contemplate a little. Day and night, we are busy with people, busy with work, but we are not really spiritual if we are not grateful. Ungrateful human being, how can you think that you will be experiencing divinity if you are not humble, if you are not grateful? Just to think, everything, it brings humbleness. It is in my front, it is given to me, I am grateful. Dissatisfied human being, for everything there is so much of expectation and ego, and even you receive or somebody receives so much, still thinks not enough. Be grateful with what you have. Be content. And here's Vyasadeva, who is also a great master, a great incarnation. He is praying to, says Patanjali, that there are few beautiful words that you taught this technique or taught this system, prakshina klesarasihi, prakrustena kshinam, prakshina klesarasi, to remove all the troubles from us, afflictions from us, misery from us. You have given this beautiful system. Visama visadharaha, we live in this world with snakes, with difficulties, poisonous state. People poison our mind. We poison others' mind. But you have given a system to be free from this poisonous thinking or infecting others with poison. Sarpa jnana prasuti. You give birth to all knowledge. He is praying to, says Patanjali, Sarva jnana prasuti. Sarva jnana means all knowledge. Through this systematic practice of yoga, one can achieve all knowledge. Yogadaha, another word in this prayer, Yogadaha. You are bestower of yoga. Yoga yuktaha. You are always in the state of yoga. we bow to you. Beautiful expression. Let us come to the first sutra. Atha is a particle. In grammar, abhyapada. Atha is a particle. What is particle in grammar? The particle, as it is a minor function word, it has a very little meaning in English. Here, atha is a particle. It has few meanings. The atha is I'll give you 6 meanings here at least. Mangala, auspiciousness. Prasna, question. Karyarambha, beginning of endeavor. Anantara, then or thereafter. Adhikara, qualities or inner preparation. Pratignya, vow. This word atha, now I am telling 6 different meanings. One is atha means mangala, auspiciousness. Prasna, question. Karyarambha, beginning of any work, any endeavor. Anantara, then or thereafter. Adhikara, inner preparation, right or one's own qualities. Pratignya, vow, promise or oath. We'll stop with the first mangala, auspiciousness. Omkarascha athasabdascha dvau eto mangalikam ubhau kantham bhitva viniryato. Omkarascha athasabdascha, om and atha we have discussed before also. They are 2 most auspicious expressions in Sanskrit. Omkarascha athasabdascha Dau eto brahmana puraha. In the ancient time, it sounded from the divine, Om and Atha. So Atha is equivalent with Om and it is auspiciousness. Why it is auspicious? Defining this Atha as auspicious, in Sanskrit grammar it is said rasarthakam abhyaya. This particle is rasarthakam, it symbolizes rasa. What is rasa? Rasa means divine. In Bruhat Aranyaka Upanishad, it is said raso vai saha. Raso vai saha in the Upanishad. Who is rasa? Rasa is God, Brahman. Rasa means the essence. Rasa means the essence. You put a chocolate in your mouth. You put a piece of chocolate in your mouth. How does it taste? You will tell sweet. The essence of a candy or a chocolate is sweetness. So, if you take, suppose, a drop of lemon juice on your tongue, it is rasa. What is this rasa? Or that juice? It is sour. Okay, that is rasa. Rasa means the taste sense. Raso vai saha, he is the essence of creation. He is, or God, if you tell God as it or she or he, is essence of everything. There is a beautiful description in the Upanishad. Who is the essence? Who is the essence? Who is the beauty? You just think. You love a flower. Why do you love a flower? In the same way, you love your friend. Why do you love your friend? I love my friend because he has some common quality which I appreciate. I love my friend. I love rose because it is beautiful. It is having nice aroma. It is creating such beautiful thought in me. It brings purity in me. I love flower. Now tell me, you love your friend. Is your love associated with body or is your love associated with the inner spirit? Tell. You will say, I have not thought of it. I give you the answer. If the friend dies, can you talk to him? Can you telephone him anymore? Can you go and meet him? No. Then what is in your friend you really love? In the Upanishadic mantra it is said, Atmanastu Kamaya. It is a dialogue between the wife and husband. In the Upanishad, it is a dialogue between wife and husband, Maitreyi and Yajnavalkya. Maitreyi is the wife, Yajnavalkya is the husband. The husband is teaching spiritual wisdom, and I will take you a little bit back. He was married with two. This Rishi was married with two, Maitreyi and Katyayani. One day he called both the wives and told, I have taken a decision. We have grown old. I want to divide whatever I have to both of you. The house, the property, the wealth, everything. Stay here peacefully. I am going. Katyayani said, okay, I will not be an obstacle. If you want to go on your way, you can go. Maitreyi asked, I have a question, can you answer me? He said, yes. He said, where are you going? I am going to meditate. Surely you are leaving this property, wealth, and we too. And remember, both of them lived together, but they didn't have jealousy and fighting and all this, nothing. You are living, we too, you are so good companion of yours. Surely you are going for some higher purpose, isn't it? He smiled. He said, I don't need all this wealth, nothing. The purpose of the knowledge for which you are going, you just tell. While discussing this, he is telling them why things are dear to us. Why I like a person, why I like wife, why I like anything. Nava are Maitreyi putram kamaya putram priyam bhavati atmanastu kamaya putram priya bhavati. Nava are Maitreyi patni kamaya patni priya bhavati atmanastu kamaya patni priya bhavati. Nava are Maitreyi pati kamaya pati priyam bhavati atmanastu kamaya pati priya bhavati. Nava are Maitreyi atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Atmava are srutavyam mantavyam nididhyasitavyam. Maitreyi, whichever or whomever you say it is dear to me, it is not that that thing is dear or that person is beautiful, it is because of the soul. If there is no soul, there is no beauty. If there is no soul, there is no beauty. My mother is lying down, there is no beauty anymore. Dead body. If I think my mother is beautiful, I should not leave my mother. I should not bury her. She is beautiful. Her thought is beautiful because she is the soul. But now I cannot tell my mother is lying down there, her body is lying down there. Who is near to me? This body was also near and dear to me because of the soul within. No soul. Just to think. Why anybody, anything is dear? First, because there is soul. There is life. Because of soul, life, and I have soul and life, remember? Because of that there is attraction. Because we have the same nature. There is a saying by the yogis that true spirit of friendship, true spirit of love, healthy relationship is possible where there is fulfillment of two things. There are fulfillment of two things. One is sajatiya samadharmi. Sajatiya samadharmi. What is sajatiya? You love gold ornament. How long? It is not sajatiya. It is not of same species, same nature or same type. You love dog. You love the cow. You love, but this love is not in the way complete or perfect love because this love is not sajati. Dog is another animal. I am a human being. We have love, but that love is not perfect. Sajatiya, human. Yes, we can express love for others, but the perfection of love is possible when we belong to, do you know how to tell jati? Jati means same species, same nature, same type, sajati. Samadharmi means having equal tendencies. True friendship will be there if there is both of them have similar mind, similar thinking, similar activities, then there is friendship. Suppose I want to meditate, my friend want to go to play. What to do? My friend loves playing. I love to meditate. There can't be friendship. Okay, friendship for some time, not all the time, because he'll say, you do your work, I'm going for my work. It is compromise. It is not friendship. Friendship means complete union. Love means complete union. So, rasa is the essence. One meaning of atha is auspiciousness, and there is auspiciousness if there is divinity. Without divinity, you might have anything, it cannot bring goodness, it cannot bring auspiciousness. So one meaning of atha is auspiciousness, and why this atha is uttered? It is uttered to conclude the project or conclude the work without obstacle. Nirvighne parisamapti. Why atha or this auspiciousness is remembered as atha? Vyasadeva is telling to conclude the work or to complete the work without distraction or deviation. Now my question, in your life, you just think, how many things you started and you finished it? Just to think. Swamiji, I wanted to finish my master's degree, I could not. Why? I didn't like the subject. I didn't like my classes. I didn't like to sit in the classroom so long. We can give some justification why I could not complete. It happens. If you are going to begin something, for example, you have come to this course. It happened many times. Suppose we are 40 vidyarthis, 40 students. How many at the end of the course? Or on the end of the course to see how many? Why one could not? For example, in the first Brahmachari training, as you have heard, we did not have dining hall. We have to eat below the mango trees, before the dining hall here. And it was not so big and spacious, and it was in monsoon time. In the middle of lunch or dinner, starts raining. With your leaf plate, we did not have steel plates, metal plates. With the leaf plate to run below this building because it started raining. We did not have regular electricity. For few days, no power. When no power, there is no running water. You can imagine, it is not easy. And it is difficult. Those who have come from a different country, different culture, different way of living, comfort, it is difficult. Somebody came, Swamiji, too much. And it is hot and humid. Now it is fall and winter, it is much more pleasant. You can imagine, if it is cold, you can cover your body. If it is too hot, humid, perspiration, what to do? Difficult. I cannot. I love your teaching, but I cannot stay with this condition. Thank you. So a person came with a goal, but could not complete. Here it is a prayer. Complete nirvighne parishamapti pratyuha pratirodhayam shastrakei mangalam prayujyate. Vyasadeva said, to remove the obstacle, to pray with auspiciousness, to pray to God. Pray to God to give you strength. Anything I will begin, I will complete it. For example, we have started studying this scripture. We will complete it without any obstacle. O Lord, bless us. Now the second meaning of atha is prasna. Prasna means question. Question. What is the question? Atha is a question. Atha means then. One meaning of atha is then in English. It is a question. Then, when I say then means I am asking something. And who is asking? Just to think, who is asking this question then? It is said, or what is this question? Then is by the student. Then is also by the teacher. Both. Then this question, both. It can be by the student, it can be by the teacher. You will say, for a student to ask then is nice because student wants to know. Why does the teacher ask then? Teacher asks then to create some desire within the student to know. Many times it happens, a teacher asking the question and answering the question. Asking the question to create some inquisitiveness, some desire to learn to know, and answering, giving solution. So what is the question here in atha? If atha is a question, what is the question? Vyasadeva said, yoga jignasa, to know about yoga. To know about yoga is the question. Then means the question about yoga. The student is asking, for example, then I want to know what yoga is. The Rishi is going to tell atha, now I am going to explain. The second meaning of atha is yoga jignasa. Now, third meaning of atha is karyarambha, beginning of any work or endeavor. Here it is said, atha yoga anusasanam. Atha means we are going to begin. We are going to begin. It is it is speaking of beginning something. One meaning of atha, when it is said atha, that means we are going to begin. Just I will ask you, what we are going to begin? Swamiji, we are going to begin to understand and to practice yoga better. We are going to begin. So Karyarambha, what is the beginning? Here in the scripture, Jignasa Nivrutti Karyarambha, that inquisitiveness, that inner urge to know, to fulfill that inner urge, to remove or to give you clear answer, what is this? So that is the work we are going to begin to know about yoga and to practice it better. It has been said by the commentators, in the first sutra, it is the beginning of the question, in the second sutra, the answer. In the two sutras, everything is finished. In the first sutra, it is the beginning of the work. The second sutra is the end of the work. In these two sutras, the entire Yoga Sutra or philosophy of yoga is there. Only in these two sutras. Prathama Sutra Parikalpana, Ditya Sutra Parisamapti. In first sutra, the project, beginning of the project is the question. The second sutra is the answer. And the end of the project. You will say it is very nice. Then why to go for 195 or more sutras? In two sutras we can finish it. And the answer is also yes. Now the fourth meaning is anantara. Anantara means then, after that, thereafter. Fourth meaning of atha is anantara. Anantara means then or thereafter. When it is then or thereafter, there must be something before. We discussed in the previous class, when atha means then or thereafter, it means that there is something before. And what is before? The fifth meaning is there. What is before? It is adhikara. Adhikara means, do you have that right to ask the question? Adhikara means the right. Do you have the quality to ask the question? Or do you have the potentiality to know this? This is adhikara. Adhikara means one's own ability, right, authority. I'll conclude my talk or discussion now here. There was a great authority on the Vedanta. He was in USA and he gave a talk and he was very tough and strict. Somebody said, Swamiji, yes, now we'll have question and answer. He said, who has that authority to ask the question? Who has that quality to ask the question? Are you really qualified? He just stood up and left. No question and answer. Who has that authority? Who has that quality? He was very tough. One day somebody came and asked, Swamiji, can you please tell about Krishna? He said, stupid. Is Krishna your friend? Or said Lord Krishna, you don't know how to tell one who is adorable his name, first say Lord Krishna. He said, excuse me, Lord Krishna. He said, you don't know how to ask. However, when we discussed that one meaning of atha means the question, one meaning of atha means thereafter. It speaks of thereafter means before what? It comes with anantara and then adhikara. And this adhikara, the meaning of atha, has been again and again emphasized by the ancient commentators like Vyasadeva and others. We'll discuss it in the next class. Close your eyes. With deep love, think of God and pray to God. Oh God, give me the ability to live a life of prayer, life of thanksgiving, life of gratitude. Teach me to be humble in every breath. You are breathing your breath. You have brought me to this world. I live in this world. You have given so much of opportunities to grow. I am grateful. Make me humble. Take away all this stubbornness, ego, reactive nature from me. I bow to you. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.